I'm going to paint a colourful winter scene using lots of texture. So I really hope you're going to find this tutorial helpful. Let's get started. I'm going to start off with some pink, maybe a bit of blue in there with that pink, pinky blue violet. This can be quite magical. And I'm going to mix up maybe a little bit of Cobalt Teal. It's one of my favourite colours. So let's just mix up some of that. And I thought it'd be quite nice to mix up some Aussie red gold. Really enjoy using this colour at the moment, but you could use Quin gold, raw sienna. I think it's got a tiny bit contaminated there, so I'm just going to go over here. I'm even going to put some Pyrrol orange in there as well. So I'm going to spritz this area here with a spritzer bottle. This is just to create a little bit of texture. Try not to go on the snow area if you can. And for some fun, a little bit of fun, I'm just going to spatter a little, just here and there with that Aussie red gold, just in one section. And then maybe spatter a little bit over here as well with some of that violet, which is quite nice. And some, I think I might actually mix up some pink actually. Have some delicious pink in there as well. Just try not to get it on the snow area. And then some of that lovely Cobalt Teal. You can use Prussian blue. Look at those lovely colours. They're so nice. So you can see you've got some nice textures already. So I'm just going to have a little spritz just here, just to get things moving a little. Not too much. I did a bit too much there, not to worry. And I'm just going to go in with a little bit more of that violet colour there, maybe some of the pink here as well, and some of that Aussie red gold here with some of the Pyrrol orange. Lovely. And then some of that Cobalt Teal just in there like that. Look at those gorgeous colours. Beautiful. I'm just going to wet this area here, and you can just paint reflections of those colours just here and there like that. Just let it run down, do its own thing. Just going to do the same with the Cobalt Teal. Just let it run down, push that colour into there, and going in with some of the pink now. Just chuck that pink in there as well. And some of that violet, it's all got a bit contaminated there, so I'm just going to mix a little bit of that violet in with the pink. I thought it'd be quite nice actually to put some of that violet colour here as well, pushing it in to the Aussie red gold. Makes such a beautiful colour. Just catch the edge of that area there, and I'm going to sprinkle some sea salt onto my trees just here and there. In the foreground area here, I am going to just use those colours that I've got there and just paint in some vegetation here. Looks like it's growing out of the snow there like that, and then just soften that. Maybe a little bit of orange just to make that look more interesting. And I'm just going to do the same over here, just painting a few little marks just here and there in the snow. And just mix up some of that orange and violet, just making some markings in the snow just here and there, like so. And then just use the brush here just to soften some of those edges there. Just going to tilt that a little. Think of this as just as a bit of a practice as well. So I'm just going to mix up some of that blue and pink and maybe the orange colour there, and just paint some darks just in the water, just at the top there, damp into damp. I'm going to do the same in the background, damp into damp, It's quite nice. And you can use a few of those darks here as well, like that. And just pull down some of those darks here in that reflection area. And you can just pull up some of that dark here as well. I'm using a liner brush for that, so just keeping it really simple. Thought it'd be quite nice to spatter a little bit of orange. You could use the Aussie red gold, quinacridone gold. I thought it'd be quite nice to spatter it in some of that pink there, just to make some really lovely textures. There, look at that, isn't that lovely? Over here as well, get a little bit more of those beautiful colours. I think I might need to change my water again, maybe a little bit in the blue as well, be quite nice. So just gonna dilute that a little bit there, just because it was a bit dark, and just a little bit more here, just using some water just to dilute that a little. And again here as well, could use a little bit of the blue. Okay, so what I'm going to do now as well, instead of doing any more salt, you could, if you didn't want to use salt, you could use a toothbrush and spatter a little bit of water onto the drying paint. That creates quite a nice effect. So you're getting all these lovely textures just here and there as well. I like to spatter water as well, rather than just doing that. So let's spatter some water. Oh, a bit too much of a spatter. There. So you've got the salt working, you've got the spattering of the paint as well as the water. So it's looking quite nice. You can also use watercolour pencil. I'm using Derwent's Inktense, some sandpaper. Rub the tip of the pencil against the sandpaper and allow the pigment to fall onto the surface, and it creates a lovely, as you can see there, some wonderful textures, which I love. Mix up a bit of the blue, the orange, the pink, and just take the excess off and just start painting some more branches through there, which is quite nice. I quite like that. You're creating your lovely fantasy sort of colours. Oh, a few little grasses just there. Lean my hand here and just paint that in. I really like that colour, the blue, the orange and the pink. It's a lovely warm brown colour, quite delicious. Let's do a few over here as well. As the trees start taking shape, you can see how you can just fill in, picking up a lot of salt here, just making this paint really creamy. Just going to add slightly thicker tree trunks at the bottom, like that. It's looking lovely. A little bit in here, might add a bit more blue. Actually, it's too much blue, just add more orange. It's always good to have a little try, a little go, see what you think. You can always change things, disguise it with a spatter here and there. I love how that's taking shape, using that dark, a bit more dark there as well. Just adding to this painting, just using your imagination, expressing yourself with these beautiful colours can be so much fun. Look at that. Just keep building up, see what happens. I feel like this part here needs a bit more attention. And as you come to the top, you can just paint smaller, thinner branches here and there. And what I'm going to do here in the foreground, in the water, is just have the reflections of those trees, just wriggly lines like that. Straight down, go in the direction they're leaning, so that's sort of leaning that way, so you can just pop that in there like that. And this one here, and it just creates a little bit of an illusion. It doesn't have to be exactly like the painting, but you just want to sort of follow the lines of that. I'm just going to put some grasses just at the bottom here of those trees, and you could put more of a foreground tree just coming from the snow area. In fact, I'm going to use this one here, bring it down into the snow area here like that. A few grasses to ground it. It's getting lost up here into the mist. Just build up this one here. What I love about branches is if it does look a bit scrappy, you can just go back in and tidy up. And that's the beauty of this, especially painting branches and things, tree trunks, etc. I'm just going to put lots and lots of little ones here, just giving the illusion of lots of trees here. You can really do fast brush strokes if you like as well. So lots and lots of, look at that. Not too dark, so you can be brave, but you can just use your liner brush or rigger brush and just create lots of detail there. Look at that. I love doing this. It's just having a scribble there. So that's down in the snow area here, and I feel like I might need to bring another one down as well, just there like so. Lovely. And let's just have a bit of shadow, a bit of shadow here using a violet colour. Oh, it's too blue. And just paint that way. That can go that way as well. Just a bit of shading there on that snow area, and maybe bring this one down here as well. So this creates a little bit of depth in the painting, a little bit of shadow there, like so. And also maybe bring, thinking maybe this one, but it might be a bit busy there. Make this one thicker, so just bringing that down, and just make the tree a little bit more busier, so it deserves to be in the foreground. So just giving that a little bit of shading as well. And a little bit of vegetation around the tree to ground it. Do the same here. I feel like that one needs to come down as well. It's funny when you're painting, it's just the painting just starts to develop. Especially when you're doing something from your imagination, it's really nice. So a little bit of shading there as well. I'm just painting in a little bit more detail into this tree here. Possibly bring that one down a little here. There. Again, a little bit of shading. And I'm just going to mix up a bit of Paynes grey, really creamy. Just add it to the right hand side of the tree because the light is a little bit more to the left. So I'm just painting that damp into damp. A little bit there as well. And if you want to, you could use a plastic card just to sort of lift off a little bit, some light. Look at that, to the left hand side. Just on those foreground trees, really. Just going to soften that there, just at the bottom, a little bit more dark, just at the bottom there. I'm just going to brush off the salt, like so. You can see it's created some lovely textures. I just thought I'd come back and talk about the white. So let's talk about the white pen, and you can use it like that for branches, like snow on the branches, little bits of detail. It's lovely, isn't it? Just bringing that in there like that. You can show the light of the tree as well. And it's nice for details, even a few little grasses here and there, just to break up some of that dark. Look at that, isn't that beautiful? How it brings out the light on the edge there. Very nice. So you can see how you get really carried away using that. Maybe a little bit in here, touch there, like that. Coming down the edge of that tree really brings it out, creates that detail. I can see some of you are going to love this. So just putting maybe a few little lights in there as well, just breaking up that edge of the water there. Put a few little lights in the reflections here as well. Just a few more here as well in the foreground. Branches here. I could do this for hours. It's very therapeutic. I'm just going to finish off with a spatter of the bleed proof white. So I'm going to put a little bit there, like so. Add a pinch of water to that, and you can just finish off with a spatter of the white so it looks like it's snowing. So I really enjoyed painting that colourful winter scene, and I hope you're inspired to have a go at painting something similar. If you have any questions about this tutorial, whether it's to do with the painting or the different whites that I've used, please put them in the comments section below. Happy painting. Bye for now.